news that our leading males are packing that these ladies should not be packing also. This is a big deal, and as investors, as promoters, this is what people look at. Okay, how much money should I drop for this? To be able to make things happen. So it's really interesting, and I think there's still so much more to talk about when it comes to this. And yeah, so that's one aspect of it, the investing, just really, really on the business, and also to talk about Emma herself, what she's been up to. Now she's here in the US, focus after the whole pandemic situation, what to look forward to really. So, okay, cool. I think Emma has joined us now, so bring her on board. Let's hope the internet's good. Hey, what's going on? What's
Hey,
good? Nyra Nation in the building. How are you doing?
I'm bored. I'm bored.
It's crazy. Yo, man, it's crazy. It's
I
crazy.
see NYC is so quiet now. I can't even believe it.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's NYC is a different ball game right now, man. Like we're like so low key. Like everybody's indoor, man.
This
You
is
know,
so crazy, right?
indoor. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It is. Never expected. You in Houston, right? You in Houston?
I'm in Dallas,
In
but I go
Dallas?
I go back and forth, Dallas and Houston. I'm in Texas.
Into okay. All right, cool. Yeah, yeah. It's crazy time. So if this wasn't happening, I may not be able to catch you. Every time I talk to Emma, she's in this country, she's in that country. She's always like all
Cause
over,
you're always with me, no
all over,
matter what. Dubai,
all,
London,
all
Malaysia,
over.
wherever you're there, so you too. It's hard for people like us to be in the house. It's not our work. That's not the work we
Yeah,
do. So it's different. It's different.
it's true, man. Yes, that's cool. But well, thank you so much for doing this.
You're
I was just
welcome.
saying it as part of my introduction earlier. We go way back. I don't want it to be like so formal. I want us to really more to have a conversation. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And
Right.
but obviously, I think something that I would even like to know myself also. Like maybe you can start by telling us, where you came from in terms
Okay.
of the struggle, starting and getting into all of this that we now
Okay.
know.
Shout out Remy Lee, one of my artists that's coming up there.
Nice, nice, nice.
So basically, I graduated from uni in 2010. So
Okay.
2012, I actually auditioned for Big Brother long time
Oh
ago.
wow.
Yeah, so I was in Nigeria. That was 2012. I auditioned for Big Brother. And I didn't know that they had already picked who they wanted. They already had in mind who they wanted to pick. But I went out there with another artist from America. His name is Sean SZA. So we went
Okay.
out there. Yeah, we went there to audition. And we actually got a call back. But they were just, they wanted to do more filming of us, or whatever, for their behind
Yes.
the scenes, whatever. So I met Ubi Franklin and Iyanya when I came for
Okay.
Not Just Okay concert, and that's through Ovier. I knew
All
Ovier
right.
did Not Just Okay, so I told him I'm gonna be
Yes.
at that concert. And he was like, no, 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 it's too full. We have to people. I said, when you come to Nigeria, I'm gonna go to
Yeah.
Nigeria and I'm gonna find you. And I hadn't met him
Straight.
yet, but I was
Okay.
messaging him like that was my hustle. I was like, I'm gonna find you.
Oh
I'm
wow.
gonna be on that show. You can't stop me from being on that show.
Yeah.
So eventually I went to Nigeria December. Ovier was there. Immediately he'd sit on a tweet that he was at the place where they do go-karts in Lekki. So
Okay.
I met him there, and like I was staying in
So
near
this is
Echo Hotel.
2010 now. We're talking about
2012. 2012.
12.
Yes.
2012. Okay.
2012. So I went to go meet Ovier, and he was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you found me." I said, "Like this." I said, "Like this."
Yeah.
I found you like this. So we became friends like immediately. And I literally, for that whole show, I was with the people who were putting up banners for the show. I was among the people who was promoting the show and everything. We went on
Okay.
if you check YouTube now, you'll see our old radio
Yes.
interviews with Cool FM and Beat FM
I did.
for this
Okay.
particular Not Just Okay concert. So the concert went, it was really huge. It was crazy. And then, but before this time, I had gone to New York a couple of times while I was in university,
Yes.
while I was in school.
Okay.
So there was
schooling in
one.
Texas at
Yeah,
that
I
time,
was
right?
schooling. I was in. Yeah, I was at Texas Southern. Yeah.
Yes.
So I was using like my scholarship money to go and like do my own show. Like if I see a Nigerian reunion show, I'll fly
Yeah.
myself there and I'll
Wow.
perform. Like that's what I used to do. So in New York, I met. I think the first time I saw you was the Independence Day parade.
For the parade,
And
yes.
then the after party, Timaya's show afterwards, which was a huge
Yes.
show, like one of the
Yes.
first Afrobeat show that was like
Yes.
completely sold out like that.
Yes. Yes. I
Completely
remember.
mad, like it was
Yes.
mad. And then Timaya called me on stage to sing.
Yes.
And I was so excited to sing, but that's when I first met you and you had the green
Yes.
hair and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah. You know, we have to represent, man.
Yes, so shout out my cousin Nkem. My cousin Nkem was the queen at the
Yes.
time. So
Of
she was
course.
telling me, come to New York, come to
For
New York,
cultural night.
come and
Yeah.
hustle. Yes, she's like, come and
I
hustle in
remember.
New York, hustle in New York, because
Yes.
if you can make connections here, it will be easy for you like to spread through America, or you can go abroad if you want to
From there.
Nigeria. So that's how I now had the passion to go to Nigeria. And then when I got to Nigeria, I didn't want to leave. Normally we go for December party, we go for December run.
Yeah. So at
But
this time when you went, you didn't like relocate officially to Nigeria.
no,
You just
no,
went.
not yet. I was just visiting.
Okay.
But then, funny story, Dr. Sid's mom went to school with my mom.
Oh,
So
wow.
I told him, I said, please, can you tell my mom, let me stay back. I don't want to go back to Texas. They told me when I'm done with college, I can do whatever I want to do. I'm done with college now, and this is what I want to do. So we now came up with a plan. I now told my mom that I'm going to go to Nigeria to do my NYSC. She was like,
Oh man.
let's go back to America first.
Yeah.
And then we'll now think about
Before
it. So
we
we
even
went back.
talk about that one.
Yes, yes. We now went back in January. So March, she said, do you want to come to Nigeria with me? I have something I'm doing. You know, we're from Asaba. So she said she wants to go to Lagos or Lagos, Asaba. I said, yeah, I'll come with you. I'm done with school. I'll come with you. So my plan, I got to Nigeria and she was like, don't tell me that you want to stay here because I'm not having that. I said, Mommy, you know, I want to do my NYSC. You know, I want to do my. So she now gave in, and Dr. Sid's mom convinced her to let me stay so I can do my NYSC and my music as well, like on the side.
Oh man.
So then that's when I now remembered Ubi from the Not Just Okay time.
Okay.
And he told me he was working with Nyra and that they want to be going to interviews with me. And, you know, if I'm serious, then I can pursue it with them. I said, cool. So that's how we started doing interviews, going for industry night. I performed at industry night so many times.
Yeah, I think the first time I met you with Ubi together, matter of fact, it was you that introduced me to Ubi.
Yes.
They're like, yo, this is Cos, my brother from New York. It was an industry night at that Chinese.
Yes, Oriental
in
yes.
Lagos. That was the first time I met Ubi. You introduced me to whatever back then.
Yes.
Yes.
So back then, if you're an upcoming artist, you have to perform at industry night. That's your opportunity for free to perform 100%. In front of industry people, industry giants, you know, the radio people, the celebrities, everything. So I used to do it all the time. Like I forced myself to do it. Me and there's another artist too, Titi Loki. She also used to perform. So DJ Spinall told me one day, he was like, there's some things you can do. You know, I'm new too, but there's some things you can do for your stage performance, like play the music like this or dance like this or wear this. Like he gave me a lot of advice as well. So
tell me more about the whole process. So you met Hubi. At what point at that time that you know it was just back then it was just you, Hubi, and Nyra.
Yes.
You know what I mean? At what point was it that it became contractual? Like let's make this a business.
It was more so Ubi raised the question of whether we should form our own label because there were people who were coming to sign us, like they wanted to sign Nyra basically. Yeah. So we decided that in order to move forward in our hustle that we need to have a label. Now at that time there was not contract yet. It was just, you know, what should the name be? I said Made Men Music Group because we do our own, we raise our own money, we do our own shows and everything. So we agreed with Made Men Music Group and then that's how we moved forward. So if you go back to our old videos, you'll see we picked the logo.
Yes,
we picked
I remember.
Everything together. We did everything together. So we still hadn't done any, we weren't really big yet. So when Nyra released Kukere, late 2012, it wasn't until 2013, like it started to get really, really big. So we realized how big it was getting. And then that's how we had to now form some kind of contracts because money was coming in.
So
There
this
was
is
no
now
13-ish.
2013 -ish? Okay.
Yes. Yes,
2013.
so that's how we now did Your Waist. Now, the way we did Your Waist was like a joke in the house. We were having a party that night because we all stayed together. I stayed with my auntie at the time, but I was always around them because we record 24 hours a day. Like, just keep recording. There was D-Tunes then. So it was me, Bassi, Yaya, D-Tunes, always recording all the time. So
Yeah,
most of the time we'll work on Yaya's project and then I'll do my own singles on the side, you know?
Okay.
So, we now did Your Waist as there were girls in the house and they just wanted to dance. We all wanted to dance. So
Right.
D-Tunes now stripped the beat and just played the bass. Then Yaya now told Bassie to say, Your Waist, Your Waist. Then they now asked me to do it. And I was like, why? What will I do? They said, you
Jump
do your
on
own,
the
do your own.
record.
They said, do your own, do your
Yes.
own. I said, okay, I did my own.
Yeah.
So then we noticed that everybody at the song, at the party, they liked the song. So I think somebody came over one day and we played it and they were like, what's that? What's that? We're like, no, that's just a joke song. Like, it's not a real song. It's just a joke. Like, it's just something we use to make people dance. That person said, that's the song. That's the next song you guys should drop. And we're like, after Kukere, we should drop Your Waist. I was like, no, I wanted, baby, this your booty. Now, bam. I said, that's the next single. Like, that one that's a hit. Like, that one is a hit. I said, no. When I went home that night, they dropped it that night. And like the next day we woke up and the song was gone. And I was like, what? Because I did not, mostly I make the important decision. Like I say, if I like that outfit or if I like that. So everything was we were really, really structured at the time. So I was like, why would you guys drop this song? So they dropped it. And I was like, wow, like everybody likes this song. So then we now went to shoot the video. And then that's the song that if the government calls us to perform, that's the song they want to hear. They want to hear Your Waist. Yeah. So from there, I was able to go ahead.
Yeah. What about, I was going to ask you, like, so in terms of like structure, you know, you talked about that right now, right? Obviously at the earlier stage, you know, you were, I mean, I knew that, or like you were part of it from the initial stage, the foundation, right?
Right.
So how was the business structure in terms of ownership, in terms of like, you know, on that level from a business standpoint?
To be honest, like in the beginning, I was like knowledgeable of the money coming in, but Ubi was the manager. So he handled all of that. Like the money that would come in, to my knowledge, was going for our videos, like some travel sometimes, you know, the random shows and all that. So to be honest, like in the beginning, I wasn't really knowledgeable of how much money exactly was going in, which as an artist, it's a mistake that we tend to make because we put our complete and sole trust in whoever is managing our business and managing our career.
And you just focus on the creative aspect of it.
Yeah. So I was completely concerned with studio, audio, production. You know, that's where I was. I wasn't really, even though I know a lot of money was coming in at the time, but I can't even tell you now.
But that was one of the hardest years for like Triple M, like 2012, 2013.
2013, 2014, yeah.
Your Waist.
Yeah.
You know, around that time, the awards, you know, you came to the NEAs.
Yes.
The awards.
Yeah.
So a lot of things was happening at that time. Yeah. So at what point did you realize that, you know what, wait a minute, I need to slow down. Maybe I got to pay more attention to this.
It was actually, we did like a London tour and my sister called me and she was like, yo, like you need to start, like, I know they're shooting your videos or whatever, but you need to start being knowledgeable of how much you're being paid. Every time your face is on a flyer, you're being paid. Every time you do an appearance, you're being paid. And you need to know, you need to even have record of it because at the time, one of our friends was an entertainment lawyer. So he also advised me to, you know, have my receipts, have my payment, have everything. So my sister literally told me that I should pay attention. And then when I started paying attention more, I didn't like what was going on. I felt left out of a lot of things. I felt like I wasn't, you know, there was a lot of things I wasn't upfront. And at first I didn't have a problem with it because I still trusted completely.
Of course.
But then people,
you wanted more transparency.
Yes, that's literally it. And it's hard as a female artist. We don't even get the chance to vex over many things because they automatically say that we're angry, we're catty, we're divas, everything. So I held a lot in. Like when I left my label abruptly was because I was just done. Like I had reached a level of where I was done, and I'm thankful for everything that I
Of
went through and
course.
everything that we did,
Yeah.
because you know that you're a part of the Afrobeat movement in America. I can say that
Absolutely.
we played a huge part in
Yes.
that, because there
Absolutely.
was no there was no even the Jamaican people know Nigerians, because we were the ones putting those African shows together, which
Of
included
course.
reggae, which
Mm-hmm.
included, because they have
Pushing
always
everything
had a little
together.
bit of an audience, because
Yeah.
raga and reggae and all of that, calypso is
Mm-hmm.
worldwide. Our stuff
Of
wasn't
course.
worldwide yet.
It was just
So
at the initial stage.
it was
So
not like, right, it was very
yeah.
like Afrobeats
Mm-hmm.
was not known,
Mm-hmm.
was not known. So when we were doing our tours, it was like one of the biggest tours that had ever happened successfully. People come to America for one show, two show,
Yeah.
and go back.
Hmm.
But
I
we
think that was
did.
at the very initial stage. Around that time was when, for me, like when Kukere was out, and it sort of took everything to the next level. It was the like perfect timing in the States, and Wind Your Waist was like came on and things like that.
Right.
You change everything. So let me ask you this, right? Like, what other challenges did you face? Obviously, growing up in the States, being in Nigeria, all of a sudden now working with a label, you're
Yeah.
around the guys all the time. What other like challenges did you really face? Like, was at any point did you say, what, I've had enough of this? Like, let me just go back to the States. It's
Yeah.
comfortable, it's convenient and stuff.
Welcome everybody. The interview's going well. So
Yeah.
when I was in Nigeria, and I went to go visit my sister in like 2016, 15, 16. Oh, I remember you from tour Mentality Got It. It was,
Yeah.
yes, DC. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
You were there. You are part of the
Eh,
movement. You're a part of the
100%.
movement.
Everybody is there. Also, he talked about that when he hosted you in Ghana and all that stuff.
Yes, you guys are a part of the
Mm-hmm.
movement. Everybody that was there then we're all a part of the Afrobeats movement.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So basically, in 2000 and when I left my label 2015, end of 2015, 16, I decided to form my own label, Nyra Nation. But I was still
Nyra
in
Nation.
Lagos. I had no
Okay.
plan of relocating back to America. Like I was still in
Yeah.
Lagos. So that's when I started to do 2016. I now met Paulo. And Paulo was
Oh, sister.
encouraging me, continue what
Yeah.
you're doing. You're a strong woman. You've already done a lot. So just
Yeah.
continue. Even if it takes you a long time, continue what you're doing, because you've built up a fan base and you've also got a voice. You've got an ear. So
Mm-hmm.
continue. So that's when I started. He started pretty much doing the One Africa Music Fest. So I was
Yes.
a part of, when it comes to America, I will help him in Houston, help him in New York. So I was
Yes.
still,
Yeah.
I do a lot of things behind the scenes. You know me now, like
Of
how we
course.
do
Of
behind
course.
the
I was
scenes
only, of
for
course.
different shows and everything like that. So I did One Africa 2017, 2018. So
Yes.
end of 2017, I now found out I was pregnant. I was still living in Lagos at the time, right?
Okay.
So then I found out yeah, this is December 2017. I found out I was
2017.
pregnant. So I
Yes.
now I said, where am I going to do this where I can be private and comfortable? Because at the
Yes.
time, I didn't know it was twins yet. I just know, look, it was after One Africa Dubai, that November.
Yes. Yes.
That is when I was like,
Wait. Are you telling us that Dubai was
Dubai was a very
that's
Dubai
where
trip.
the foundation was laced in Dubai.
Right. So after that trip, after that one Africa blessing trip,
Yeah,
then I now got back to Lagos, and I was like,
yes.
I think that I had like a plan in my head to leave immediately, but I now said, let me wait. Thelma, you know the team now. You know the team. Thelma, you know the team. So then I now went to Lagos. I said, you know what, I'm pregnant. I was in Lagos for another 3 months. This is now going into 2018. So I now went to Paris, where the dad is, and I gave birth there in August. So since then, I've been like recording, doing things on it. But my children, I put them like before everything. Like before.
You were so low key with it because
Yes.
none of us knew.
I didn't tell anybody.
What the hell? Like
Techno knew, because I was in
Yes.
Techno's house when I found out. So
Yes.
Techno knew. And then he now told me that, you'll be able to do. I was so freaked out at first. I was like, no, it's okay. You can do it. You can do this. It's not a big deal. It's not the end of the world. Because I'm thinking of my career, like,
Of course.
You know, Cardi B was like literally one of the first female artists that said, "I don't give a fuck. I'm pregnant, and I'm gonna do everything while I'm pregnant." Because most of the time,
Yeah.
you feel the pressure. If
It
it's
change it
not,
changes everything. What's one of my
yes,
questions to you? Like, like how are you gonna handle it,
yeah,
with the family and then your career. That's,
yeah,
I say, as a female, it's already very challenging. You know what I'm
yes.
saying? There's double standard, quadruple standard, like
Woo!
for
Thank
the
you.
male and the female. You know what I'm saying? In our
Right.
industry, you know. So how did you go about it? Like, what came to mind? Like, what the hell? Did you just say, I'm gonna use this time just to prepare myself,
Yes.
get ready and stuff?
Like literally, I learned how to cook when I was pregnant. I didn't really, in Nigeria now. In Nigeria, I don't have to lift a finger. I'm taken care of
Of
like to
course.
the max. Like I now went to Paris. It was just me and my boyfriend and my stomach.
Yes.
And my stomach was like,
So you
food,
have to
food, food, food.
make the magic happen.
Yes. Yeah. And he actually taught me, like, he taught me how to like cook this, cook that, cook this. I said, okay. Because I had time. I didn't have anything to do but get big,
Yes.
big, big, big. So then, what really encouraged me, I said, seeing people like Cardi B, Beyonce, like, it sounds cliche, but honestly, like,
Yes.
if there's no example for me to look at, I will feel so depressed because I'll be like, this is it. Like, I can't do anything anymore. I'm overwhelmed or whatever. But I felt really strong,
Yes.
and I'm able now to get back to what I'm doing because now there will be 2 in August. So now, they're at the age where they
Of
can,
course.
keep up with
Yes.
me. I can keep up with
Hmm.
them. So yeah, I've been working on so many things. I have
So
collabs coming
now you
through.
have two bosses.
Yes, boy and girl. I'm no longer the boss. I got two bosses, right?
Mhm. So let me ask you, why you were in Nigeria? You did movies, American
Yes.
Driver, Rebound, and The Reunion, right?
So some of those I did in America.
In
So
America,
I did
okay,
American Driver in America. I did that one in Houston, but they did some in Nigeria, some in London, some in America. I did the American part of that movie
okay.
with Golden Icons in Houston, Texas. So, and then I
Yes,
did
yes, I'm
Rebound.
going.
We recorded that one at one of the NRC convention, which I
Okay,
don't know why they don't do that anymore.
I know. I
God,
talked
that would
to
be like our moneymaker now if
I
they were
still
doing it
talk to
now.
Shegun yesterday, NRC, and like,
Tell him to
yes,
bring it back. I
it's
beg. We
it's
need
so
it
important.
now. The 30 and
Mm-hmm.
ups. They will be
Yeah,
so sweet. I swear. Any country,
he
anywhere.
brought everybody together. So are you gonna do more movies? Do you think, like?
Yeah, I love acting. Like that was my second love after singing is definitely acting. I love acting. Like doing, especially Nigerian movies are so fun to do. So
Yes.
fun to do.
That's cool. So another question I had for you: what was the vision behind Nyra Nation, and how has the journey been so far?
Well, I really started it because I want to bring female artists to the forefront. That's like my biggest thing. Like I want to be able to sign female artists, female musicians,
Yeah.
drummers, guitarists, bassists.
Mm-hmm.
That's really what I want to do. So my structure now, I've been able to, license and distribute my own music. I don't have to wait for anybody to do it for me. All the YouTube
Okay.
and verifications and everything. Like my sister's a
Okay.
big part of that too. You've met my
Yes, of
sister.
course, man.
Yeah, so
That's
she
familiar, of
yeah,
course.
she literally, was the one
That's
that
my
told
girl
me.
right there.
Yeah, she's strong. She's the one that told me to boss up. Like you have to boss
Hmm.
up. And I'm such an artistic person that I always lean towards the music side.
Of
And
course.
that's where
Yeah.
but she told me that you have to always consider the business side. It's a music business. So you have to do more things
Absolutely.
like that. So
Hmm.
that's
So
really
what about the setup? Like, so are you now officially based back in the US, or are you going to be going back and forth? Because I feel like, and I talked about this with Layla yesterday. She's based in Texas. We talked about this heavily, right? I feel like it makes a big difference in terms of where your focus is when
right.
you're out here. Are you focusing out here for the US to make your music for here, market it, promote it here, do your event here, or are you want to focus in Nigeria? You know what I mean? Tell us about that.
What I normally do if I'm in Yankee for any number of time, I'm here
Yes.
to record, but I will still re-record in Nigeria. I will still have Nigeria as my target market because most of the time, if you're an artist and you're big in Nigeria, that's what
Yes.
transfers out to Europe, transfers out to America. So
Globally,
yes,
everywhere.
globally. So once I can get like some type of global more of a global recognition, then I can relocate. But I've never relocated out of Nigeria. I left Nigeria to give birth. My house is still
Yes.
in Lagos. That's where I live, but I'm here. My family is here, so I've been here for a
Of
while
course.
with my
Yep.
family because of the children and everything. And I'll be going back and forth between America, you know, Paris, and then now Nigeria. So Nigeria is my base. That's where most of my projects, my videos, everything's based out of Lagos.
Okay.
Because that's where my house is. My house is in Lagos. So.
Only zone. What about the Nyra Phoenix Foundation? Can you
Oh,
tell
that's
us
my
about
foundation. You know, we've done some medical missions. I'm from Asaba, Delta State. What's
it?
up?
Yeah.
So, you
Yeah.
know, my dad is a pharmacist, so he took us, he took us back to Asaba to do some medical missions. And that's what my foundation is determined to bring healthcare to rural areas, especially focusing on children. I've been to some orphanages in Abuja and Lekki. And when you go there, you just see a need for material things, but more so love and attention. You know, the attention is not there on them. They love when you come there and they just hold you and see you because the attention is there. People send them things, Indomie, maybe some pencil, some paper or whatever, but they love to be
Yes.
seen. They love to dance for you and sing
Of
for you.
course.
And they want that connection. So for me, that's very important. Love you guys. Thank you for tuning in.
So Emma, like, what about like in terms of like women in our industry, right?
Right.
What do you think? What do you think needs to happen? How would you think like the industry needs to improve to help our females in general in entertainment?
We need more acceptance as per, a lot of male artists don't use their same visibility that they use for other upcoming male artists. A lot of
Yeah.
female artists, we don't get an opportunity. So it's hard for us to bring another woman into our opportunity because we're fighting for our own opportunity. You
As it
still see
is.
it now as if you have a show, any concert, any festival, you can never count up to 10 women. 10
Of
women.
course.
And there's different
Yeah.
countries. We have
Yeah.
African festivals. I'm not even talking about Nigerian
It's true.
festival. We have African festivals, and you cannot count 5 female artists, talk less of 10. And we cannot keep saying, oh, there aren't enough female artists. Yes, there are. There are plenty of us now, plenty of
Yeah.
them with top 10 hits. But it's just the structure. Our structure needs to change small because how can you have a structure that doesn't include women and we're everywhere? We're behind the scenes, we're on the scenes, we're helping men.
Yes.
A lot of women build a lot of men up. They'll do the vocals, they'll do the writing, they'll do all of that. Like a lot of people don't know how much someone like Storm Rex has written and sung for a lot of people, but we don't get the same opportunity. We don't get the same visibility. And in our industry, if you're not visible, then you're not heard. That's why a lot of producers now, you will hear their name on the beats because you must know where it's
Yes.
going. You must know where this
Of
beat
course.
came from. The
Yeah.
visibility is very, very important. Even all
Yes.
this Instagram live, you see that there's producers that people are talking about, and not just the artists now, because
Yeah.
dancers now have as much of
Yeah.
a following as artists
Absolutely.
because it's all about visibility. So if you're not giving women visibility, we can't make a stand. We cannot make. That's why when I was first in Made Men Music Group, the strategy was, go where Yaya's going, do what Yaya's doing, because they will see you and then they can hear you. They can hear your talent after they've seen you.
Even the
Yeah.
name is biased towards women. Made men.
Yeah. And I chose that.
You just-
Because I'm like, we need to be visible. People shy away. Why see in the building? The baddest. Nobody better than. Nobody better than YC. It's
Shout out to
important for,
YC, man.
for women, they like to pit us against each other. Oh, you don't like this woman, or you don't like that woman. Like
Yes.
sometimes behind the scenes, they will now try and plot you against each other. Like, you go before this one or sing before this one, So
I feel like it's always have to be like one female or two top female. You can't have so many at any given time.
right.
You know.
And you're just used to it. As a female artist, you're gonna go to a show and there's gonna be maybe three female artists there, maybe. And we're just used to that because that's the treatment that we get. But I can say that it's gotten a lot better because when I first started, there were not that
Yes.
many.
Female in there.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Cool. You did some stuff with Flight Time Entertainment way back, right? Do you think that helped you be, while you were in Nigeria, contribution
Yeah, every single thing that I did back then, you know, Fly Time was just when I was at the show, they told me that they wanted me to do the behind the scenes, because I've done a lot of interview work, I've hosted award shows, and all of that helped me to
You
develop my
hosted the
skills.
NEAs also. That was
Yes,
like
hosted the
that was
NEAs,
dope,
yes,
man.
and I
Yes,
also hosted the AEA in Canada,
NEAs in Canada.
and
Yeah,
it helped me so much because NEAs is like literally how I started. I started off
of course.
doing backstage interviews. Then
Yes.
the next year I now got to
Yep.
present an award. Then the next year I got to perform and I won an
Yeah.
award. Then the next
Yeah.
year I always pay
Yes.
homage to NEA. Who's doing
Absolutely.
IK Ogbonna
Yep.
flag here? The cast, my girl in the building. All my girls, I love y'all, man. You got it.
Shout out to Kicks, man. Kick is in the
Keep
building.
time. Let's roll.
Hmm.
Nigerian flag, flag, flag.
So what? So right now, Nyra Nation, who are you working with?
Oh, I've done some collab. I've done some female collabs, which I'm really happy about. I got a collab with. I can tell you, I have one with Yemi Alade. Dope
Oh,
song.
nice,
I have a
nice.
song with Mr. Real.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just putting all of my good songs together because right now a lot of artists were on pause. Like even if you have
Yes,
material to drop, you're
of
unsure
course.
to drop it because you can't do interviews right now. The only thing we can do is online stuff. So any type of campaign now, you have to be wise. You have to be wise about it.
What about artists? Any like you talked about artists that is signed to your label right now. Tell us about the artist.
Well, I don't have an artist right now, but there's a lot of men that approach me, but I want a
Don't want to
girl.
be
I don't.
signed to your label.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Is
There's a
that is
lot
that
of
something you're
them.
prepared to do at this point, or
I
you're
can
still
do it right now,
your
but
focus?
I would like to. I would like to position myself better so that when I bring somebody in, I can just position them how I want. Like everything can go according to a structure, a plan. Right
Okay.
now, I'm okay. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind. You know how someone like the Prince has brought in Rema into the game. You want to be
Yes,
able. You want to be able to bring someone into a very strong position because that person also reflect on you.
of course.
So that's why I would prefer to sign a female artist, but I don't
Hmm.
mind to sign because it's really the male artists that really approach me, and they're very
Hmm.
enthusiastic. They're very talented. So many songs. Run the tracks,
Run the tracks.
run the tracks.
So David said, "Do you have a role model?"
My role model, I gotta say Beyonce, guys. I'm sorry, she has twins, and she really inspires me. Like since I was a child, you know,
Yeah,
she's
you
really
you did
inspired
it.
me.
I think one of the NEA perform. You did a cat wheel or something. I'm like, damn, yo, I was nervous. I was like, oh my god, like like so like that is yeah something like when I see Beyonce on stage, she puts in that amount of work and energy.
Beyonce puts in work, and
I
it's
saw you
hard, you
did that.
know.
I was
After
like,
you
yeah,
have a baby, there's a lot of pressure, you know. Oh, get back to 2 pounds, get back to every single thing I've done in my life has been towards my career. So my pregnancy was the first thing that I really did for myself. Like I didn't do it to blow, I didn't do it to trend, I didn't do it to, you know,
yes.
I did that was for me, like something that fulfills something in my life that I've always wanted to do. And it's actually the best time to do it because I had time to do it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm happy about that. Yeah, I will drop more stuff, Sir Eddie. I promise you, I will. I will drop. I will drop more and more music for you. I will.
So like if you like plan a graph right now, right? A chart so to say, right?
Right.
For success, where would you say you are in terms of your definition of being successful?
Well, that's hard for me to define because I'm never satisfied. But if I were not able to put out anything else, I feel like when I was younger, my main goal was to be known through my music and to make my parents proud. I
Mm-hmm.
hesitated to do music because at first my parents were not really they believe in it as a hobby, they didn't believe in it
Yes,
as a career, but I
of
proved to
course.
them that I could make a career out of it, and it made them extremely proud of me along with my degree. Simeon Sky, my boo, I will sign you, Simeon. That's my guy. So much talent. Oh my god, he has so much talent.
Oh
But I'm
man.
very happy with what I've done. I would love to have that one hit song that just kills. Like when you hear it, you just remember something so sweet in your life or something that happened in your life, like the way you feel when you hear "Mad Over You." Like that type of.
Yes.
You remember what
Uh,
you were doing when that song came out. You
of
remember,
course.
and as an artist, I would
Yes.
love to have that. You know, That's what I'm working for. But as far as success, I feel like I'm successful. I'm a mother. I'm still using my passion. I still make money off of my craft. I make money doing what I love. So I feel like I'm extremely successful already.
Mm-hmm. Are you doing any other business outside of music, or are you planning to?
Yes, we do the hair and the beauty for my
Uh-oh.
girl. I love to do things for women because we need all the pampering and special attention that we can get. So yes, yes. And I would love to work with more female artists. It makes me really happy to do that.
All right, cool. And what about motherhood now? How are you balancing that to be able
Oh
to
my
do everything
God.
else that you do? And like when you go home, are they gonna be with you there and things like that? Yeah.
Yeah, the babies are with me everywhere I go. If it was just one, maybe I could move around. No, the two of them
Yeah.
are on me all the time.
Well,
Um,
who gets more attention? Do one of
the
them?
boy, the boy, because he is always on me. But the girl is very independent. She's so independent. She thinks she's me. Like she doesn't want to be a baby. She knows she's me. But the boy is a big baby, big baby.
Yes. They say the boys are always closer to their mom,
Yes,
so you already picked the side already.
right, exactly.
Cool. All right. So what is the next thing you're going to do right after the pandemic? What are you going to drop? Are you going to travel immediately? Or what's the plan?
I was
Yeah.
actually on tour with David O when all this was going
Oh
on.
yes,
So
yes, yes,
my first show was
yes.
coming up in Dallas, and
Yes, I saw the flight. Yeah.
yes, it was Dallas
Yeah.
and then Houston and then Toronto. We were gonna do all
Mm-hmm.
those shows, and
Yes.
I have to first wait to see when the show will be rescheduled for the whole tour,
Okay.
and then after I see when it's gonna be rescheduled, then I can plan on if I'm gonna stay in America or go. I will still go to Paris though to be with the dad, but I'm here for
Okay.
now until after the pandemic and everything like that.
Well, is he going to relocate to the U.S. or is he going to
No, 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 no,
relocate
no.
to
He's in
Nigeria
France. He
or
works in France. He lives in
in
France. So
France?
that's where he is. So we are always
Oh, man.
together, but we've been for the pandemic. We have to be in separate places because
Of
my
course.
family is here, and I have the
Yes,
babies with
yes.
me. So I need to be in a place where they can be where I can
Sorry.
get to the healthcare and everything easily.
Okay. Tell me, like, what's the biggest lesson up to date you learned from being in the business altogether? Like
In
the
the
biggest
business
one.
you have to
Yeah.
keep things business no matter who you're working with, if it's your sister, if it's your cousin. You see a lot of artists work with their family members.
Of
We
course.
trust them because we get duped a lot when it comes to money.
Mm-hmm.
And when you start making money, you make money. So you have to work with people that you trust and just look for
Yes.
paperwork. Even if you're not interested in paperwork, it's good to have if things don't go well. If
Yes.
things don't go well, if you have your paperwork, you don't have to panic, you don't have to worry, but just
Mm-hmm.
try and be mindful of who handles your money and mindful of the business aspect, because as artists you get carried away with the creative and then you don't pay so much attention to the business side. So that's a lesson that I learned, like I had to learn.
Yes. So Dinky say, which Nigerian female artist would you die to feature? I think you talked about that, right? Like you got some pictures.
um
Is there
I
any that you really want to get on the record, but
I would
you haven't
like
had
to
the
work with
opportunity?
Rihanna. Rihanna is like my girl crush. I love everything about her. Rihanna, yes, Rihanna.
What about in Nigeria? Is there
In
anybody?
Nigeria, I would love to work with Niniola, and I would love to
Yeah,
work with
okay.
Tiwa as well. But Niniola
Okay.
is like, I love the way, it's really because of the way she performed. If she
Yeah.
and I perform together, scatter, like I already know. I already know. So I would love to work with her so that when we perform any country, mad.
All right, cool. And I think I pretty much talked. Is there anything else you really want to put out there? Let those of us that are still in the US know, your fans. Some of them are tuned in, from you.
More available. If you have weddings, you have everything. I'm here for you. I can
Yeah.
host. Imani Rose, my boo, I love you. That's the H Town. She's a female artist as well. Imani Rose. She inspired me. She started
Nice,
in Houston. She's from New
nice.
York and she's Creole and she's just a bad bitch.
All right, all
You're
right.
king. I love you.
Shout out Imani Rose.
Simeon, I love you so much. We will meet. Don't worry, we'll meet in Niger.
So you're available. You're hosting. You're
Yeah.
performing. You're doing your hair. So
Yeah,
We're collecting
business.
check.
Go on my
Kobe.
iTunes, patronize my
Yeah,
iTunes, my Spotify, everything. Because Nigerians now we have the numbers, so we have the monetary
absolutely.
numbers, and just support me anytime I drop something.
Of course, of course. All right, cool.
Remy
So
Lee,
we're
I know that you are bad. You're gonna sing for me on my live. Don't worry. I wish we can add people to this interview. It would be sweet. It'd be so sweet.
I'm telling you, right? I think that's the next thing. So
Yeah.
we're gonna do our little quiz then. I have like a
Okay.
couple of questions, just yes or no, pick one kind of
Okay.
stuff. Houston or Lagos?
Lagos. I'm a Lagos babe. Sorry, guys. I'm a Lagos babe.
All right. Iseu or Oxtail?
Oh, Oxtail. That's a good question. That's such a good question.
All right.
Oxtail, baby.
You're going on the first date. Mini skirt or leggings?
Ebua, how far? Oh, we gotta go. It depends on where we're going. If we're going somewhere athletic, I will kill the leggings. If we're going like on a proper like sit down date, it's a mini skirts all day.
All right. In your man, like, what do you prefer? A book smart or street smart?
Oh, baby, street smart. I can handle the book smarts. I can handle that one. Street smart, that gets you out of bad trouble. So street smarts, yes.
All right. Hollywood or Nollywood?
I'm a part of Nollywood, so I'm gonna say Hollywood, but you can't see my mouth, so you don't know what I said.
Oh, you're in trouble. You're in trouble right now. You're in so much trouble right now. All right. Nyra Nation or Afro Nation?
Oh, baby, Nyra Nation all day times 10. You know me.
Whiskey or Davido?
Ooh, why you put me in a situation?
I think I know the answer to this one, but I don't know if you're gonna say it.
Let me tell you why it's Davido. Let me tell you why.
Yes.
Because I've worked with him, and he has always been a part of my story. So I have to say Davido. But Wizkid is my friend. Like, that's my G. That's my G, dog. That's my G. But Davido,
you and David got some killer records.
Davido, and we got some more killer records coming.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. The Apple or Android platforms?
TT Show, what's up? Big ups for the support. Apple or Android, baby, Apple all day. Even though, y'all, let me not lie to you, I was always team Android. I was.
You came back home now. You're back home.
Now, and it's because Android, when I'm in the studio, I can get my song immediately. That was before iPhone was very, very cooperative. They were not cooperative at first, but now they're cooperative. So now we can do Apple.
Yo, Timmy, get out of here. Android.
Prince Olu, what's up? He said hashtag
get
Android.
Yeah. Get out of here. All right. Stage performance, do you prefer choreographed or freestyle?
I like choreographed performance. I freestyle a lot, but that's when I know that I killed it, when I do my choreography, everything.
Natural or makeup?
Love you too, Chris. Baby, I love my makeup, okay? We can do natural, but makeup is like, yes.
All right.
Love from Barbados. I love you, Jarbadian, my girl. She's a female artist as well, worldwide. She's from Barbados. You would love her, cause she's so cool. She's so cool.
Nice. For guys, 6 packs or heavy wallets?
Oh.
The fact that you even have to go.
Sorry, but wallets. We like the wallet. We like the wallets. There's Nyra in my name for a reason. We like it, the wallets. The wallets. Thank you.
So, guys, you earned it.
We appreciate a 6-pack, though. Much appreciated.
Well, the 6-pack.
Thank you, Lola. Any kid, thank you. Yeah, the wallets, yes.
All right. So, Hard Rock Cafe or African Shrine?
The Shrine or Hard Rock?
Yes.
Hard Rock is not even in the competition, but because of their food. I'm a food person. But the Shrine, if you go to the Shrine, you never leave the same.
Oh, all right.
You never leave the same.
Okay. Twins or triplets?
Baby, don't put triplets in my atmosphere. Don't do that. Don't even do that.
It's all blessings. it is all blessings, you know.
Twins, please, I beg, I beg, I beg, I beg, I beg, I beg, I beg. Before I would say however many, but because I'm the one that has to carry it, Lord, give me twins. Don't give me triplets, please.
Man, yes, yo, you know, Emma, thank you so much. You know, your family
Thank
from way
you.
back, NYC to Lagos, my one Africa family too. We've done London, New York, Houston, Dubai. After all of
Everywhere.
this, I'm sure I'm gonna be seeing you back on the road. I
Yes.
appreciate you so much for doing this, man. You know, I'm
Yeah.
always here, man. We do this. Thank you
I
so
love
much.
you for the support, cause from
Yes.
when I was a very, very innocent baby, I was still in school. Oh, yes.
Yes,
So
yes,
that means
yes,
I've
of course.
known you 10 years now, 10 years,
Yes,
12 years now, because I've
of
been
course.
doing it. And DJ Toons, shout out DJ
Yes.
Toons for
Shout out
playing
to
my music,
everybody
playing my
supporting
music in New
this.
York, you know.
Of course.
Everybody that I
Yes.
support you guys as long as you support me. That's how I am. That's
100%.
literally how I
Yeah,
am. And
100%,
expect
man.
new stuff from me after the COVID-19 wahala. Expect new stuff from me. I'm not done.
Definitely,
I
man.
didn't quit. I didn't run away. No, I'm just
Nope.
being a mother. I'm just doing my duty to my Igbo roots. Somebody said they speak triplets into your life, and I return it back to you in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. Amen. Amen.
I hope you holding up over there, man.
I'm
I hope
holding
it's
up.
not.
New York is rough right now, but you know, we just have to,
New
we
York
have to
people are
be.
strong. You guys are strong by nature, man.
Yes, yes, it's true, man. Everybody just gotta be safe, chill with the fam, and use this time as reset. Reevaluate everything you're doing. What am I gonna do different when all of this is over? You know, so it's very, very important. Give us freestyle before you go, man.
Remember
Oh
on your
man.
radio show, we used to do the freestyle at the
Oh,
end.
I know. Oh man. Yo.
Hey, I'm a part of your hustle and you're a part of my hustle.
Yo, man.
Don't dull it.
You taking me back, man. Like, yo, what's good?
With Chi Chi too. Big ups my girl Chi Chi. I love you so much.
Oh man. That yo, you know what? Where I'm sitting right now, this is where Chi Chi used to be. She used to come to the crib in the basement. One of
So
the
that's where you
first
are
people
now.
on
I
UDI
know
Media.
it. I know that place.
Yeah. We started to get right on UDI, radio, man. Like Chi is my girl.
Line News representing H-Town. That's right. That's right.
For real, man. Big and better things. We're gonna be right there with you always. When you, whatever you do, any level, we're gonna be there. Keep supporting you, man. Keep doing it, mama.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much. Thank you.
Yes. Bless.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Oh man. Yo, shout out to Emma Nyra for coming through, making this happen today. Everybody that tuned in, big up yourself. Those from Night, oh yeah, oh yeah, freestyle. She's not gonna freestyle. You know, everybody, Nyra fans, Under the Rock fans, Lagos people, Houston people that tuned in. Thank you all so much. Really appreciate it. Big and better things all the way. So the next show I'm going to be doing is going to be next week. On Monday, I'm going to be doing it with Annie Louise. She's a businesswoman based in Brooklyn. She's done entertainment. She's empowering women. She's done a lot of events in Kenya. She manages, we're talking over $100 million in terms of investment. And all she's doing is empowering women in IT, in technology. You know what I'm saying? So mentality of for goddess. Yeah, send me a DM. Yeah, send me a DM. So let's talk. Yeah, definitely send me a DM. Let's see what you're doing, what I'm doing, how we can collaborate. Definitely. So I'm gonna be talking with Annie on Monday. So please tune in for that. On Tuesday, I'm gonna be talking with my brother Martin Fireman. He's one of the co-founders of the Nigerian Entertainment Awards, which is a platform that I'm one of the co-founders. Also, I'll be talking with him about entertainment in the industry. And also on Tuesday, I'll be talking with Aldu Makori, also from Chocolate City. And I'm excited to talk with him. Also, somebody that's very knowledgeable in the music business. So if you want to learn, if you want to find out what's going on, what people are doing right now, how to get involved, work with different folks, tune in on Tuesday. Aldu I don't know if he's still with us, but he joined this conversation earlier also. So I'm looking forward to doing that. Then I have a bunch of other artists and entrepreneurs, people in the business setup. I'm excited. Everybody be safe. Look after yourself. Big and better things always. Love. Mm-hmm.